The political landscape of the All Progressives Congress has been thrown into a state of high-intensity drama as the power struggle for the 2027 electoral tickets reaches a fever pitch within the corridors of power in Abuja. Following the conclusion of the APC National Convention in late March 2026, a massive rift has emerged between the legislative arm and the executive over the controversial proposal for automatic return tickets for serving senators. Reports from the high-stakes stakeholders meeting at the presidential villa reveal a deeply emotional scene where the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, was visibly moved to tears as President Bola Tinubu firmly rejected the plea for a right of first refusal for members of the National Assembly. The president, in a move that has stunned many legislative loyalists, has instead thrown his weight behind the state governors who serve as the captains of the ship in their respective states, leaving many senators vulnerable to the political whims of their state executives. The fallout of this presidential stance has been immediate and explosive, particularly from the camp of the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, who has reportedly kicked against any move that undermines the influence of key stakeholders in the power-sharing formula. While Wike has publicly reaffirmed his loyalty to the president's re-election bid in early 2026, his political machinery in the South-South remains wary of a system that grants governors absolute control over who returns to the Red Chamber. The tension is palpable as Akpabio's emotional plea was rooted in the argument for legislative continuity, suggesting that a massive turnover in the Senate would weaken the party's ability to drive the renewed hope legislative agenda. However, the president's refusal to grant these automatic tickets is seen as a strategic masterstroke to keep the powerful APC Governors Forum on his side as the nation moves closer to the next general election cycle. Covering these explosive shifts in the Nigerian political theater and bringing you the absolute truth about the power plays in Aso Rock requires an immense amount of daily dedication and investigative research. If you find this straight-to-the-point breakdown of the battle between the Senate and the governors to be essential for your understanding of our country's future, please take a quick moment right now to hit the like button on this video and also subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you are joining a community of citizens who demand transparency and a deeper look into the politics of the All Progressives Congress. The internal friction within the APC is now expected to shift to the state level, where senators who are not in the good books of their governors are facing a frantic battle for survival. The National Working Committee, recently refreshed during the March 2026 convention, is now tasked with managing the fallout of the no automatic ticket policy, which many fear could lead to a wave of defections if not handled with care. Nyesom Wike's reported dissatisfaction highlights the complex alliances that President Tinubu must balance, as Wike remains a pivotal figure in mobilizing support outside the traditional party structures. As the governors move to consolidate their grip on the party machinery in their states, the Senate leadership is reportedly regrouping to find alternative ways to secure their political futures. The scene of the Senate president in tears has become a symbolic moment in 2026, representing the raw vulnerability of the legislative elite when confronted with the cold reality of executive and gubernatorial power play. This entire situation brings us to a very deep and necessary discussion about the future of internal democracy in our political parties. When the president rejects automatic tickets for senators to favor the control of governors, do you believe this is a victory for the grassroots members of the party, or is it simply a way to hand too much power to the governors? Furthermore, seeing the emotional reaction from the Senate leadership, do you think the president was right to stand his ground, or should he have granted the automatic tickets to ensure stability in the National Assembly? I am genuinely eager to read your personal, honest and detailed perspectives on this massive political shift. Please go straight down to the comment section right now and share your thoughts on whether you think this move will help or hurt the APC in the 2027 elections. Your voice is a critical part of this national conversation about power, loyalty, and the survival of our democracy.